talk about the back and forth between you and Devin Haney. Just talk to me. When he did an interview with Ariel Hawani, says that you're always playing down on him, talking down about him. You said that he never earned $1 million in a fight. Is this what is going? Devin Haney said that in the interview.
He's never earned $1 million.
You said that he wouldn't earn $1 million or something along them lines. What do you make of his comments?
I never said that. I mean, I promoted him. I paid him over $1 million about 8 times.
Okay.
So I knew all about it. I'm just being honest. Like, his performance against Ramirez was really difficult to watch. And although he beat Brian Norman, and it's a massive achievement, I just think that he's not fighting to his capabilities. I think he's gun shy. But I still, if you listen to my interviews, what I say is I give him respect. He deserves that respect and credit because he's a 3-division world champion. He is a good fighter, but I just don't think he's exciting to watch. I don't think he's going to be a draw outside of getting paid for those Saudi events. And I think if that stopped, you'd see that quite quickly. But he's a very good fighter. He's tough to beat. But if you think that was exciting to watch, you're telling porcupines.
Eddie, you hinted in there about a deal with Ennis and Ortiz being close. How close is it?
Yeah, we're speaking to me and Oscar are speaking. Frank Smith, Eric Gomez. We're all moving forward with the intentions of making that fight. DAZN obviously putting pressure on us to make that fight. It's the fight to make. It's there to be made. Hopefully we can get that fight done for March, and I'm very confident we can.
Eddie, when Ben Whittaker does performances like that, does it make your job kind of easier to promote or harder to get the opponents in for the next one?
No, definitely. Like, he's the easiest guy to promote in the world. I mean, I'd love to take credit for it, but he's a genius at what he does. I mean, digitally, socially, he gets everything. I think he just probably needs to do a little bit more on the kind of organic media side rather than just digitally. And he's actually not really a flashy guy. He's quite a quiet guy and lives quite a quiet life. You wouldn't think that sometimes, but he's just a phenomenal talent. All that stuff, the massive following, the brand, that's all great. I'm interested in the fighting, and I think done right, he could be one of the best fighters that the country's ever produced. I believe he can be world champion at 175 pounds. He has only had 11 fights. When you talk about all those other names, they've had dozens and dozens of fights, but the pressure will be on to step up, and we must keep stepping up accordingly.
And promoter Ben Shalom said this week, with all due respect, all you do is talk and you work for your dad. I mean, some harsh words for Ben Shalom.
I do work for my dad. Yeah. I mean, I will always work for my dad. My dad doesn't, I'm chairman of the company, but I still, in my head, I'm humble enough to know I work for my father who created the business. Even when my dad dies, till the day I leave the company, I will feel like I work for my dad. That's what it means to me. We've built the biggest sports business company in the history of the country. So I'm very proud to work for my dad. I'm not 50, I'm 46. But look, it's nice to see Ben come out firing because he lost his backbone for about 4 months. And he's in dire straits. Like, he doesn't represent one fighter that actually wants, given the chance to leave or the chance to stay, would actually stay. Unfortunately, a lot of those fighters are under contracts, and I feel really sorry for a lot of his fighters, especially Lauren Price, Caroline Dubois. They've been out of the ring for nearly a year now, and they're great young fighters.
Ben and Ben Shalom and Jamie TPV have said they want the Dave Allen fight next. Is that something that you're going to look at there?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with Dave Allen's going to fight in Nottingham, and then we'd love to make that fight at Sheffield Arena. It's a big fight, and one we believe we can win.
Time scale for that?
Well, Dave's going to fight in Nottingham February 21st, so April, May, something like that.
Eddie, Callum Smith, the latest with that, we know that there's obviously a new round of first bids in the stop.
Yeah, I don't expect it to go to purse bid. I mean, we have a kind of agreement with His Excellency to stage that fight. We're just waiting on an official date for that, but hopefully we can get that this week.
Can that be added onto the AJ card in February?
Possibly, yes. That would be nice.
One of the top 175-pounders now moving up to cruiserweight. David Benavidez fighting Zurdo Ramirez. What do you make of that fight? How do you expect?
Yeah, I'm disappointed because I really wanted Ramirez to fight Jai Opetaia, but I also understand it's a big fight for the US and Mexico as well. And it's interesting. I think Benavidez is a great fighter. Zurdo's obviously the bigger guy, but he's a guy that was 168 and then was 175. So it's a good matchup.
Greg's Crash won again this evening, and Izzy Asufa's filmed calling out Ben Whittaker. Is that a fight that you would want to make and see happen?
Yeah, I don't think it's a fight that people are calling for, but that Kraus guy's a good fighter. Everyone in the world's going to call out Ben Whittaker because he's going to end up being the money in the division. And there is literally a dozen fighters that we could potentially match him with, and we'll do it at our own pace. And I don't know. I don't think that would be Kraus next, but if he can get him into a position where people want to see that fight, why not?
Eddie, TK.
Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez. What's going on there, really?
Hopefully, some news very, very soon.
Eddie,
Will you be promoting that with Riyadh season?
Yes.
Eddie Frank Warren saying he's confident Tyson Fury makes a return in 2026. I know you with Sir Kelly Sheikh are trying to make this deal with Anthony Joshua. Is there any talks going on?
No, I mean not. Obviously, I don't represent Tyson Fury. I know that His Excellency's trying to lock in that deal for AJ to fight Tyson Fury. We're in.
Okay.
And hopefully he can get them in as well.
What sort of opponent are you looking for AJ in February?
Whoever Turkey Yellow Sheikh tells us to fight.
Surprised that Clark lost to TKV tonight?
Yeah, I was actually. TKV's a good fighter, but yeah, it's a big blow for Fraser Clark, who's a very, very nice man and a good fighter, but he would have expected to win that fight, I believe.
You had talks with TKV for Dave Allen. Is that realistic?
Yeah, I mean, if they want to come and, take it, look at offers. I don't know where he's at contractually with Boxer, but I think they're going to struggle getting everybody out. So if there's an opportunity to do that fight in Sheffield with Matchroom and DAZN, we'd love to entertain it.
Eddie, we spoke about Baron Rodriguez's next fight the other week. Is Porky Medina a shout for his next
Possibly. I mean, we'd love to be undisputed, but we're not going to hang around. So if we've got to fight, we can't fight the winner of Taraji against Garcia, then Wilbardo, whatever it's called, then we need to move up and try and become a 3-division champion at bantamweight.
fight? Which champion would you...
Quite possibly Medina. It'd be a good fight.
And Shakram Girsov, he released a statement today. What's your opinion on that?
I haven't seen it.
It was basically saying we don't want to step out the way.
Yeah, we don't. We were mandated to fight Rolly Romero. They've put in an exemption request to fight Manny Pacquiao, which I don't believe is even done. And Shakram Girsov has been waiting, and we believe the WBA should not allow that special exemption to take place.
Any thoughts on Aaron Bowen's loss tonight?
Yeah, I thought it was a very close fight. Could have gone either way, but we'll do the rematch early part of next year, and it'll be a massive fight. He's got a massive fan base. He's always going to be in good fights, but he's got to be much better.
And you're going to make Vong win 3?
Maybe. I feel a bit for Cameron. I thought Cameron won tonight. I thought he edged the fight, but at the same time, he's a young man and he's fighting, high-level opposition, and he's got a big career ahead of him. All right?
Word on your Monaco show next week?
Phenomenal. McGrail Masood, Conor Walker against Pat McCormack, the return of Johnny Fisher, Elif Turhan against Beatrice Ferreira, what a fight. Hugo Mikalev against Sean McComb. It's going to be a very special night in Monaco next week.
Thanks, Eddie.
All right, cheers guys, take care. Bye.